Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. My name is Binsi, and I'll be the SA for today's meeting. I welcome you all to this meeting of Western Digital Toastmasters Club. And before starting with fun activity, let me introduce the guest. Today we have two guests, Gayatri Devi and Suhail Ahmed. Very warm welcome to both of you. And I also express my heartfelt gratitude for taking up the role in the last minute. Can you please introduce yourself, Toastmaster Gayatri Devi?
Yeah, yeah, Vinci, as I mentioned, yeah, I'm part of the Juniper. To, I'm sorry, apologies for my voice. Yeah, I'm part of the Juniper Network's Toastmasters Club. I've been with the Toastmasters journey for about a year now, and I started my journey with a very skeptical thought. How will I be able to achieve, or how will I even make good of what I really need? So with that doubt in my mind is what I stepped into this journey. And once I walked in, I realized what a fantastic platform it is so far, where we have excellent mentors guiding us, leading us. And I feel this phenomenal improvement in myself, in my leadership growth. That's what is my journey so far about, Vinci.
Thank you, Toastmaster Gayatri Devi. It's a very inspiring introduction from you. Over to you, Suhail Ahmed. Can you please
Yeah,
give a short introduction?
sure. So I'm Toastmaster Sohail. I've been in uh, Toastmasters for almost 4 years now. Started my journey during the pandemic. Part of Juniper India Toastmasters Club, and looking forward for this particular meeting. And over to you, Toastmaster Vince.
Thank you, Suhail. Yeah, let's start today's meeting with a small fun activity. Uh, Today we are going to play the Guess the Person game. So this is to know each other in a better way. I'll be telling some interesting things about a person, and you can guess who's that person. Okay. Let me start with the first one. So this person loves reading, and this person has read 365 books last year. Can you believe that? 365 books a year, one book a day. Any guesses?
Is it Shukla?
No,
Jayant is smiling. I think Jayant.
no. That person rarely joins the meeting, but today person is here, but is very active in supporting from background.
Ajay?
No,
He's very much active, right?
is very active in supporting.
Is it Abhilash?
No, it's not Abhilash. I think we have told almost all the names, only few are left. Shall I tell?
Jayant?
Anyone from the
No.
guest?
No, not from the guest.
Maybe Jayashree?
No,
Ajay?
no, not Ajay. I think only one or two are left, right?
Binsi, you?
Oh no. Yeah, it is Sahana.
Ah,
Okay.
Yeah. Sahana, how are you getting time to read one book a day?
Thank you so much, Vinci, for calling me out that I don't join the meetings. I definitely try to join the meetings, but
But you're
today I'm
supporting
here.
us. Yeah.
So this was last year where I tried to read 365 books in a year, and I did that. So I had completed around 250 books, and I had last couple of days where I tracked them using Goodreads. So I got a lot of old books that I had read and I know were easy reads and I quickly read them. I cheated my way through just because at least 1 year in my life I wanted to read 365 books in a year. So I
Nice.
did use a hack. All of you can try it. Not a completely honest way.
But you have been so consistent in making it 365 books a year. Great, Sana. I'm hearing this from somebody for the first time. Nice. Okay, moving to the next guest. We have someone who loves painting and listening to music, enjoys problem solving, and likes to talk about geopolitics.
That's Abhilash, right?
Yes,
Yes,
exactly.
Abhilash.
Let me go with one more. This person is a movie buff and is very active in Toastmasters and had completed a
This guy.
pathway. Correct, exactly. Then the last one, maybe, mm, yeah, this person has a hidden talent, and that is spotting typos faster than autocorrect and enjoys finding patterns and is not friendly at all with alarm clocks. And this person claims that uh, brain goes on vacation during table topics, but I have never felt like that with that person and is very active in Toastmasters.
Jayashree?
Exactly. That's all I had for the game. And before starting the meeting, I'd like to mention 3 ground rules we follow in our Toastmasters meeting. Please turn off your mobile phones or put them on silent mode. As Toastmasters, we don't talk about sex, religion, and politics, so please refrain from discussing these topics. Please do not crosstalk, and please put yourself on mute if you are not speaking. For people attending online, if it's possible, please turn on your video. As everybody in their life has a mission to achieve their goals, likewise, our Toastmasters Club also has a mission. The mission of our Toastmaster Club is to provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self confidence and personal growth. With this, I announce this meeting as open and hand over the stage to Presiding Officer Toastmaster Jayashree. Over to you, Jayashree.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vinzi, for the wonderful game. Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Welcome to another exciting session of Eloquence Emporium Toastmasters Club. Our theme today is Success to Excellence. Success is reaching a goal, excellence is going beyond it. And that's exactly what Toastmasters is all about. Whether it's your first speech or your 50th speech, you're on a journey of growth. And today is another step forward. Let's make the most of it. To lead us through the session, please welcome our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Gayatri Devi. A quick introduction about Toastmaster Gayatri is that she is a person deeply driven by positive affirmations. Gayatri has been actively engaged with the Toastmasters for the past 12 months. Since joining, she has discovered how the platform has helped her grow into a better version of herself, especially in leadership and presentation skills. She currently serves as the president of the Juniper India Toastmasters Club. Over to you, Toastmaster Gayatri Devi.
Greetings to one and all, and thank you, Presiding Officer, for that awesome introduction. Oh, how are you all doing? Awesome. Great to see some good smiling face and some thumbs ups. All right. So getting into the meeting as we dwell into the theme, excellence leads to success. So now let me know how many of you think as we speak today, you are successful. Okay, not many. We are not able to really define. So let me flip the question now to ask, how many of you think you are a powerhouse of excellence? All right, I see a hand going up. Great. So, now let's see, as we think, put on a thinking cap and start scanning through our thoughts to see if really success and excellence, does it mean same or is it different? In my opinion, I believe success and excellence cannot mean the same. I tell you why. Success is all about having, but excellence is about being the type of person who you are or who you want to become in the process. I say it is different because success could mean again different things for each one of us, is it not? For someone, driving that expensive car or living in a palatial bungalow could mean success. But while others who are just able to have 3 meals a day and just has a roof over him also can feel successful. Right? I think we all agree to this. So there is no one mantra that anyone in the universe can offer and tell you that, hey, look, this is the mantra, and if you follow this, you can become successful. Unfortunately, we don't have one such mantra at all, because it is the secret sauce that I feel that is different for each one of us, depending on what our journey is, depending on where we are in our life in different places. But what we quickly do, when I ask how many of you are successful, we are not sure, or maybe we don't know, or maybe we have not still attained the state of success. But when you ask, we quickly judge people. If I call out a name and tell, is Ambani successful? We all will say yes, right? So we quickly judge people based on their external factors, be it could be the status that they have attained, their power, or it could be the position, the wealth that they have created, and so on. So, success is more of an external stuff, is what I would say. Probably today, if you have to compare myself and say that if I am successful, probably I will keep a benchmark of an external person to see, okay, have I surpassed the success, or have I gained much more than that other person? Then I might think, okay, today I'm successful. So we always end up comparing with others. But you know what the excellence does? It is a very beautiful internal mechanism. It is about seeking satisfaction in having done your best, or rather, how well you have done, keeping your own potential in mind. So you just always keep benchmarking about yourself to see, are you doing better than yesterday? Are you really raising your bar? Are you pushing yourself to go to that extra mile? And if you're doing all of this, that is what consistently, when we keep doing, ultimately it would lead to excellence. Okay, with that thought, probably you can just keep thinking over while we come back to the theme. Now let's get into the actual agenda. As you're all aware, typically any Toastmasters meeting has 3 segments. One, we have the prepared speeches, wherein the Toastmasters sit and write the speeches based on their level or based on their pathways, and they rehearse, get it mentored, and then they come and deliver the speeches. That's about the prepared speech. And the next segment would be the table topics, where we have a table topic master who would on the spot call volunteers and would give them a topic and then would tell them to speak for about 1 to 2 minutes. So this is a session which could be either very frightful, or it could be, you could probably pursue it in a most fun manner. The choice is us, but somewhere we have to see as Toastmasters where we're all actively participating in table topics, because this is the place where we get to quickly construe our thoughts and deliver on the spot. And no meeting is complete without the evaluation. So the last segment would be the evaluation, wherein we would have the general evaluator taking notes of everything that's happening in the meeting from the start till the end, and would come and give us a very constructive feedback as to what we really did well and where there is a scope for improvement. So now, with all this said, I would like to call upon our general evaluator. He is somebody who I personally know for some time and who has multiple accolades to himself. He is also our immediate past area director for G2 for program year 22-23. He's completed 2 pathways and winner of Triple Crown. He's part of GBS finance team and working as service delivery operations analyst. He is mentoring numerous budding Toastmasters in Juniper's club, and I'm super privileged to pursue my Toastmasters journey under his guidance and mentorship. So, with no further delay, I would like to invite Toastmaster Suhail to come and explain your roles and guidelines as a general evaluator for today's meeting.
Thank you, our TMOD for the day, Toastmaster Gayatri, for that wonderful introduction. Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and guests. So the purpose of General Evaluator is to evaluate everything that takes place throughout the meeting. During the meeting, I'll take note of everything which happens and does not, which I have already started making notes of it. I will also evaluate each participant on their meeting program and look for examples of preparation, organization, delivery, enthusiasm, observation, and also performance of the duties. At the end of the meeting, I will give my report. Before I do that, let me quickly introduce my tag team because without them, I will not be able to do justice to my role. Let me quickly introduce my tag team. So our timer for the day works on factory simulations and operation research projects to optimize manufacturing and business decision using data. He enjoys problem solving, mentoring, and also continuous learning. Beyond his technical work, he has a passion for painting and listening to music. Toastmaster Abhilash Sridhara, please walk us through the timer guidelines.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Suhail. So greetings, all Toastmasters and guests. As timer, I will time the table topics, speakers, formal speeches, and evaluations. I'll also alert each speaker of the time they have left using green, yellow, and red cards, which denote specific times remaining. Table topic speakers should limit their remarks to no more than 2 minutes. At 1 minute, I will raise the green card. At 1 minute, 30 seconds, I'll raise the yellow card. At 2 minutes, I'll raise the red card. Those giving speeches should limit their remarks to their specific speech times. Icebreaker speeches should be 4 to 6 minutes in length. At 4 minutes, I'll raise the green card. At 5 minutes and 6 minutes, I'll raise the yellow and red cards. Most other speeches should be 5 to 7 minutes in length. At 5, 6, and 7 minutes, I will raise green, yellow, red card respectively. The individual evaluation should be between 2 to 3 minutes. At 2 minutes, I'll raise the green card. At 2 minutes, 30 seconds, I'll raise the yellow. At 3 minutes, I'll raise the red card. Thank you, Toastmasters. Over to you, Toastmaster Suhail.
Toastmaster Abhilash, if you can quickly flash those colors, I think that would be wonderful.
Yes. So here is the green card.
Yep.
And I'll use the yellow like this.
Yep.
For red, I'll use this.
Thank you, Toastmaster Abhilash, for that update and also walking us through the guidelines. Now, my R counter for the day. So she is a senior engineer in the device team with memory technology department. A psychist at the heart. Dhanashri is passionate about science and innovation. In her leisure time, she enjoys documentaries, science fiction movies, cat videos, and non-fiction books. Toastmaster Dhanashri Mehra, if you can walk us through the R counter guidelines.
Thank you, Toastmaster Suhail. So greetings, all the Toastmasters and the guests. The purpose of the R counter is to note words and sounds that are used as a crutch or pause fillers by anyone who speaks. During the meeting, I will listen for the overused words, including and, well, but, so, and you know. I will also listen for filler words, including and I will take a note when speakers are using repetition during their speech. At the end of the meeting, I will report the number of times that each speaker used these expressions. Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Dhanashree, for those guidelines. Now, our grammarian for the day, for she's from Nanda's Rel team. I hope I'm right. So she's excited to be part of new Toastmasters at Western Digital. I hope that is also right. If you can just quickly walk us through the guidelines and introduce the word of the day, Toastmaster Sahana, our grammarian for the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, Suhail. Hello, everyone. I am the grammarian for the day. My role is to introduce, first of all, the word of the day, which is opulent, which means wealthy, luxurious. A quick example would be like, the opulent luxury, the opulence of his own BMW reminded him how lucky his life was. So just an example stating how much he had grown and how lucky he was. He just realized after sitting in his BMW or his luxury car. And I encourage all of you to please use word of the day. Apart from this, I also will listen to all the speeches, all the role takers, and make note of good usage of grammar and not so good usage of grammar. And also help you guys learn a little bit better on how to speak. So that's it from me, and back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
So, Toastmaster Sahana, if you can just paste that word of the day in the chat box, I think that would benefit all of us. Well, that's my team, folks. Now I'll give my report along with my team once called upon. Back to you, our team Modi for the day, Toastmaster Gayatri.
Thank you, Toastmaster Suhail, for quickly giving the complete guidelines of a general evaluator and as well as introducing your tag team. So now let's get kick-started with the first segment for today's meeting. As I mentioned, it's going to be the prepared speech, and we have one icebreaker speech. So what is icebreaker speech? This is usually the first speech that the Toastmaster would deliver in any meeting, basically just introducing himself to the club. So before we call the speaker, let me invite the evaluator who's going to evaluate today's icebreaker speech. He is someone who is working in Western Digital and has a keen eye on the quality of products and reliability that his company offers. Interestingly, he is also a Bollywood buff who may not be producing great movies at the moment, but certainly will in future. So he's none other than a Toastmaster Muskan. Toastmaster Muskan, can you please come on video, share the guidelines for your target speaker as he is delivering his icebreaker speech?
Yeah, sure. I couldn't turn on my camera, yeah, but I'll lay down the purpose of speech for this L1P1 icebreaker speech. So the purpose of icebreaker speech is for the member to introduce himself or herself to the club and introduce in terms of whatever story of their life they want to share. So yeah, I'll be evaluating. It is a 4 to 6 minute speech. Looking forward to the icebreaker speech.
Thank you, Toastmaster Muskan, for laying down those guidelines for our speaker. And now it's time to call our celebrity of the meeting. So he is somebody who is passionate about technologies and a manager by choice who selflessly helps and support team members to grow. To keep himself calm, he practices yoga and meditation. He loves to meet people with diverse cultural background, loves reading books, loves his family, and you can see him skating along with his kid during the weekends. So with no further delay, let me call upon Toastmaster Jayant on the stage to deliver his icebreaker speech. Toastmaster Jayant, all the best, and the stage is yours.
Thank you, fellow Toastmaster Gayatri, and good afternoon to all the Toastmasters. Today's my first icebreaker speech, and the speech title is Experience Life as a Being. Yes, when I thought about this topic, it sounds very poetic and philosophical, and it connects closer with me and myself as a being. And it remembers me a quote which says, like, each morning you're born again. Each morning you're born again, and what we do today is the most important to you and which you can make best out of it. I felt that quote is actually very much connected to me. It was conveyed by Buddha, and today is my first icebreaker speech, and I want to make the most of it with my baby along with me, whom I am actually taking care of. Since my wife is actually had to pick up my first kid, I am taking my first baby step along with my kid. Okay, and as a person, I have born and raised up in Chennai, and I have completed my UG and PG both in Chennai, and then I'm came to Bangalore, and I'm living in Bangalore for the past 9+ years. And as a role, I'm a manager so far. Now I'm transitioning to IC role. I'm moving to a firmware developer to solve more problems that we do face every day in as an engineer, and I'm going to start debugging as a system engineer going forward. That's about my professional life. As a family, I'm married to Miss Nandini, and I have two kids. My first kid is 7 years old. His name is Inian, and my second kid is Lingamitran, who is just 6 months old. So yesterday we just celebrated the 6 month birthday. So it's lucky that he woke up actually, and I'm just joining along with him today. And hobbies, pretty much as a hobby, every day I practice yoga and meditation for my mind and body. And then followed by that, I do skating, enjoy playing badminton with my kids. And recently, I just started with during my vacation of my kids' vacation. Actually, he started with Silambatam. I just started exploring Silambatam and Kalari as well as a hobby recently. And why I joined Toastmasters? It was very inspiring when I watched just the Toastmaster speech. I see so effortlessly people speak. But however, there is a lot of practice and confidence building activity behind that. When I gone through my icebreaker checklist and things, I was so fascinated. Oh, there is a lot of things behind it, not just go and speak. And that give me a lot of immense environment, and the environment around me, I see the people are going to definitely give me a constructive feedback, which is going to help me grow forward in my career and also as a leader going forward. And the goal as an icebreaker, as a Toastmaster, by joining in this club and be part of the Toastmaster, is to speak confidently, and storytelling, and deliver a speech to make an impact. So these are my goals when I begin, and I want to achieve going forward. And as the uh, title touch upon, like experience the life as a being, three words which actually touches upon me. One is the soul, mind, and the body. The words which is connecting with the soul is the gratitude. I do meditation, and out of the meditation, I feel every day that the nature is blessing us. The nature is blessing us each and every day. Just imagine the Toastmasters. Just can you close the nostrils for just 30 seconds and sit for a minute? No, it's very tough. So that much amount of nature is blessing us to breathe, the food we eat. So I take the gratitude out of the nature. And the blessings, it's actually a magic out of the meditation and the nature of the gurus and the people around me thought as you bless the people around you, you naturally accept however they are, whatever they do. As you accept it, you can actually make your mind to stay calm and relaxed. And the third thing is the body. The body is something which comes all the way from the day till the night. So it needs some relaxation. And recently I learned the body needs relaxation, and the heart is slowly connected, very tightly connected with the relaxation. So I touch upon the three words: gratitude, blessings, and relaxation. As a being, I felt these three things are very much essential. And as a Toastmaster, I see it as a journey of awareness and the growth, which I want to see in my life, and live the life with utmost consciousness, enjoy the great existence, and live with a purpose to make an impact to the world around me, and to me, and to the people around me. That's it. Thank you, fellow Toastmasters. Over to you, Gayatri.
All right. I'm sorry, I'm not on camera, but I would request everybody to raise up and give a standing ovation. It's a customary that we do for the icebreaker speech.
Thank you, fellow Toastmasters.
So yeah, wonderful speech we heard from you, Jayant, and the quote that you mentioned was so resonating, and I pretty much also linked to the theme. Each morning you're born again, and what you do today is what matters the most. And this also resonates so much to our Toastmasters journey, right? What we do every day, showing up for the meeting, taking part in the roles, and probably delivering your speeches. So these are the things that's going to define who we are, probably 1 year down the line or 2 years down the line. So excellent speech. Thank you so much for those insightful journey that you just shared. All right, circling back to the theme now, where we start. So if you have to think in this fast-paced world where we all live in, striving for excellence has become more important than anything is what I feel, in my opinion. Just imagine whether it's in your personal life or your professional life, we all want to be best, right? In whatever we do, and we want to be called as, yes, he's the best or she is the best. But we also know it is not so easy or so simple. How do we crack that? How do we all achieve excellence? Maybe I can share a couple of thoughts which probably help me to when I'm really going or moving towards the journey of excellence. The first thing that I could think of is before we could start as a starting point, first step would be to set a clear goals for ourselves. Always more than what you do, how you do, your why is most important. If why exactly we join Toastmasters, why exactly we are doing a particular thing. If your why is strong, automatically you will fall in place and 50% of the job is already done. So setting the clear goals is really very crucial. And what do you do once you have identified you have a big goal, and the goal could be a big, small, whatever, depending on you, but you have a bigger goal and you have identified what it is. So what next? So the next step would be to break them into smaller, manageable tasks. So have the goal, break them into smaller pieces, put a timeline, put a deadline, and by doing this, you would become less overwhelmed. You would not be very stressed. Otherwise, if you have to think of your bigger goal as we stand here today, imagine if we're all aspiring to be part of the district conference and go and become the world champion one day. Right now, when we think about that goal, it might be overwhelming. But what can we do? Probably break that into smaller, manageable tasks. Start participating in the club meetings, start participating in the contest, start participating in the division contest, area contest. And when we keep doing all this, as we keep excelling, one day for sure, we will be there where we're going to achieve a dream goal. Is it not? That's what it keeps us motivated and also makes you feel accomplished. So that's number one that I had on my mind. And the next important aspect is having that growth mindset. They call it a growth mindset. So, what is a growth mindset? Growth mindset is, looking at every challenge as an opportunity. For somebody who has this growth mindset, nothing will be seeming as a challenge or nothing would come to him or her as a showstopper. You will try to see, okay, this challenge has come. So, what can I get out of it? How can I convert this challenge into an opportunity? Irrespective of where you are, probably your current skill set really does not match to achieve that goal. But that does not stop you from trying. You will try to see how I could elevate myself and how I could go and approach those challenges. How do I embrace those challenges? And that is what it's going to bring a stepping stone towards a success at a later point of time. So with this thought, I would like to now move on to the second segment, which is called the table topics session. And we just spoke about what table topics means. And I'm going to invite somebody who's going to conduct this session for us today. She is from infrastructure automation and works as an automation engineer. She is also a trained Bharatanatyam dancer and a karate champion. In her leisure time, she loves to travel, trek, and loves to collect novels. A very creative person, and also took up recently playing kalimba as a new hobby. So now, Sorry, I lost you. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Can you please take over the next session, the table topic session?
Thank you, Toastmaster Gayatri. In this session, I'll ask a series of questions related to our theme Success to Excellence. Each volunteer will have 1 to 2 minutes to speak about it. Don't worry about being perfect. Just speak from the heart and have fun. Let's begin. So, who wants to volunteer first? So, let me know if my screen is visible.
Yes, visible.
So, who wants to volunteer first?
I'll give it a try.
Great. Toastmaster Binzi, the first topic is describe a mini success that made your whole day better.
For me, when you tell about a mini success, it could be things like it may not matter as very successful for others, but for me, if I see a goal in my mind for the day, and if I complete that goal, it is a success for me. So since I'm working all the 5 days a week in the office, most of the goals in the weekdays are connected with my work. And apart from that, in personal life also, I have small goals each day. So coming to the work side, it could be a design review or a code review or completing the code or development, whatever it be. I feel so happy when I complete it on the day which I have planned it for. And on personal side, whether it's doing the workout or cleaning up a room, whether it be any small task, if I had planned it for the day and if I'm completing it, it's a mini success. And each success make me feel better. Yeah, that's it, JST.
Thank you, Toastmaster Binzi. That was these small steps that we take every day is what gets into a big plan. So that's one of the things that many of us find it hard to follow, but then once we start following it, it becomes a habit. So who wants to volunteer next? Okay, Jayant. So the table topic for you is that who is someone you admire for their excellence and what makes them different?
Okay, great topic. Who is someone you admire for their excellence and what makes them different? The topic is very close to me. At least one person who is very much close to me, I admire from my childhood, is my father. For his own excellence in a way, how he raised up myself during the tough situations in the journey of the life. And if the place where I am right now, it's actually the contribution and the efforts from him. That is what I could see. I remember the reason for admirance is basically is like today myself and my kid, we used to go usually in the scooter to the school. I was saying to my kid that at his age I was actually making a walk instead of going through the motorbike or motorcycle, even if the distance of 1 kilometer or 2 kilometer. And then when I think as my school days changes, for around 4 kilometers, my father used to actually ride a cycle and make me sit on behind the cycle. And if I think about riding a cycle along with my kid for 4 kilometers, I couldn't really think of now whether I could make it happen. That was one of the inspiring moment. Still, I think, and based on that, today actually we went to the school by walk, and both me and my kid went to the school by walk today morning with that saying. So that's it. It can be anyone who can admire. I think my father is one key person. I see it as excellence who made me um, think through and have different life viewpoints. Thank you, fellow Toastmasters, for giving the opportunity.
Thank you, Toastmasters Jayant. As we all know, we would also be having some of us father as our superhero. So that was a wonderful memory that you shared with us. We got an opportunity to hear about it. Who wants to volunteer next? Dhanashri. So, Toastmaster Dhanashri, your table topic is what advice would help your younger self see that success is just the starting point?
Um, Thank you, Toastmaster Jayashree, for this question. So, as uh, I would like to define what success is for me. For me, success is not being at the top of the pyramid or like being the best at everything. For me, success is just peace of mind whenever I can have visiting my family, being able to provide my family with little happinesses. For me, success has been never something that I could make it quantitative. Like, okay, if I get this, this is my success. So this approach for me has started since I was like in my BTech. Over the time, I realized even if you are socially success, like you are a success story by social means, what the most important successful thing you can have is your peace of mind. Like that's the prize you should aim for. So as a younger self, I would like to tell her that you don't have to look outside for the validation of others to define if you are successful or not. If you are successful, that would come from your own peace of mind, how much you are satisfied with what you're doing with yourself. And yeah, definitely keep doing what makes you happy. That would give you the most peace of mind, not what others expect of you. That would be the advice I would like to give to my younger self. Thank you, Toastmaster Jayashree.
Thank you, Toastmaster Dhanashri. That was beautifully put. So, who wants to go next?
I can go, Jayashree.
Okay. Toastmaster Gayatri, this is your table topic. You are writing a how-to guide called From Okay to Awesome. What's chapter 1 about?
Writing on how to guide. Okay. So in life, all of us will go through this phase of being okay, and probably to go to a stage where we are saying that, okay, today I'm in an awesome space. But it is always not okay for us to be in that elevated state. It is also sometimes fine to be okay. So as I'm writing my first chapter, probably I would list down about what are the few things it is, to list down your current state of mind, what exactly you're going through. So first of all, to move forward, you need to assess where you are in life. So that would be my first guidance or first chapter would be more towards what is the current state of mind, what is the currently that one is lacking about, and where you really want to go in life. So that will be the first chapter. And as I dwell through the chapter, probably I would probably add some tips and tricks to say that, okay, you are in this place, and now to move forward, probably you could add some more time management skills, some more dedication, some more being punctual, and start defining your why you really need to achieve that space of being in an awesome time zone. So this would be predominantly what I would be listing down or rather penning down in my first chapter. Thanks for giving this opportunity. Over to you, Toastmaster Jayashree.
Thank you, Toastmaster Gayatri. As you mentioned, a problem written down solves majority of the problem. So that would be wonderful, starting with the chapter 1 as that. That was wonderfully put. So who wants to go next? Next volunteer. Okay, Toastmaster Ajay. This is your table topic. What's more fun, trying to succeed or trying to be excellent, and why?
Okay, if we try to think deeply about this, whether it's trying to succeed or trying to be excellent, it actually depends always. Like everything in life, it actually depends. It depends on the situations. In some situations, it's better to succeed. Now, what does succeed mean? I'm trying to think what succeed means. Success is okay, it's something that you're not being. It's not being, it's like achieving something. I think that's what success means here. So if you think about that, there are things that where you want to just achieve. You don't want to uh, so to be okay. I'm trying to do my best job. I hope this will be a bad speech, but let me continue. So again, it depends, right? Success, excellence. Excellence is state of being. So okay, I'm trying to think what's a good example for success. Maybe brushing your teeth twice a day. Okay, this is, you don't have to be it's not excellence, you just have to get it done. And there are other things like that. For example, exercising 3 times a week, or uh, getting your work done and not procrastinating. Okay, just getting it done, just getting the task done. It's success. Okay, you've succeeded in brushing your teeth, or you've succeeded in going to gym 3 times a day, but it's not excellence. Excellence is something like maybe being, you're trying to be the best version, and there are areas where it's better to be like that. For example, emotionally, you want to be the best. You want to be really good emotionally, so that's something you want to keep improving and go towards. So again, I'll conclude by saying for everything it depends. There are situations where success is better, there are situations where excellence is, trying to be excellent is better. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster. That's right. That was a simple way of phrasing or giving example between success and excellence. Who wants to volunteer next?
Can I try next?
Yes, Sahana. Your table topic is: have you ever surprised yourself by doing something better than expected?
So, okay. So the only thing I'd say, like so far in my life, the only thing I've surprised myself by doing something better than expected is to handle failures better. 3 years ago, or like say 5 years ago, I would have handled failures or things that were not right with me in a very wrong way. I would have probably like broken down, cried, locked myself up in a room and not spoken to a lot of people. But thinking now, on how I am better is I don't do that anymore. I handle failures better. I know that they're part of daily life. I don't know that it's not something to be depressed about. If we do, then we would have to be depressed a million times in a week, considering all of our IT jobs are full of stresses and full of factors that we can't control. This is a thing that I've learned, and I encourage all of you to like build onto it, to be strong. It's okay, we failed. It's okay, Ajira rolled over. It's fine. The most that will happen is you'll have to listen to your manager, complain about it, but it's okay. At the end of the day, you're still strong, you're still there, and you are the person that you wanted to be once upon a time. So that's it from me, and back to table topic master Jayesh.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sahana. It is quite relatable memory or experience that you shared with or the IT corporate people. So, who wants to volunteer next? We have three more, two more table topics.
I can try, Jashvi.
Okay. Toastmaster Abhilash, this is your table topic. What's something you're okay at but wish to become really great at?
Okay. So I can tell one of the experience, recent experience uh, in my professional life itself. So all these years I was a individual contributor, and I was always hoping to be kind of a leader. And then I approached my manager to, give such kind of opportunity. So generally in our team, we will have ABPs or analytical business partner. So their role is to evaluate the, come up with a problem identification for that problem, how we can address it, what technologies do we use, coming up with a economic value for that project, and then complete executing the project. So this role was assigned to me from the India side. So today itself, we could close this project. It all started in December, and then for 6 months we were working on this. We break that into three month cycle. So first 3 months it was like a rapid learning cycle, and then it will be a like rapid pilot cycle. So today we completed it, and we got really good feedback for the project we did, and I think. For me, I still see that is okay. There is a lot of scope for me to improve. But as soon as the call got over, I got calls from both manager as well as senior director that congratulating for the project, and how they felt. It was my first experience. So they both gave a good feedback, and also for the team, they gave the feedback. So I felt really happy. I thought of sharing this. So yeah, that's I really um, look to be great in that. Looking in the coming days. Yeah, thanks a lot, Jayashree, for the topic.
Thank you, Toastmaster Abhilash. Wishing you the best for the upcoming projects as well. And one
Thank you.
thing that I observed is that you are very good at multitasking. You became the timer for your own table topic. That's great. Actually, I had started the timer so that I can do the timing, but you have taken the role very seriously, and we can see your dedication in it. Thanks a lot
Yeah,
for that.
thanks,
So we
Jayashree.
have our last table topic. Suhail or Muskan, anybody wants to give a try?
Please go.
Okay. Toastmaster Suhail, this is your table topic. If you could get a medal for anything, serious or silly, what would it be?
Thank you, Toastmaster Jayashree, for this wonderful topic. I love medals. Let me be honest. I love medals. And definitely for serious things, not for anything silly or anything of that sort. I do have a passion towards running and those sort of things. So recently, of late, we had a Juniper run where I participated along with my family, and we ran for close to about 5 kilometers. And the sort of happiness or the joy which you get after doing something serious, right? And getting a medal, getting awarded for it in something serious. It is wonderful. In fact, I didn't expect my children to even walk for 5 kilometers. They did it, but I was really proud of them. And I think this is something great. And I'm looking forward. In fact, I'm sort of hesitant to go. My aim or my goal is to run a marathon, and hopefully one day or the other I might reach there, and I'm looking forward for it. That's it from my end. Back to your table.
Thank you, Toastmaster Suhail. That was a wonderful experience. Hope it was a good quality time that you got to spend with your family. So, thank you all for participating in these table topics and for your wonderful responses. I'll now hand it over back to Gayatri Devi, Toastmaster of the day. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day, Gayatri.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Jayashree, for that wonderful table topic session. Definitely, you deserve a round of applause. I think the topics that you chose was so resonating to the team, and also, it was like sort of a thought provoking for each one of us to really go back and think what success means, what excellence means, and it was very thought provoking. The topics that you selected, wonderful. Thank you so much for that very insightful table topic session. All right, so now getting back to the theme, I think before the session we spoke about two important aspects to move towards excellence. One, we saw about how setting clear goals could benefit, and two, we saw how developing a growth mindset can be very beneficial. So then I would like to address the next major culprit that always stops us from achieving what we want in life. Anybody wants to take a guess? What is the one basic thing which all of us most of the time say that we don't have?
Time.
You nailed it.
Right.
So, but interestingly, you see people successful out there, and we say like, "Wow, how did he achieve that?" Probably he has put in some extra time, or he has done something different than us, and that's why he is probably there being successful. So definitely, it's very easy. Always we say, no time, I'm busy, I'm not able to, pull through these things. So there's one big demon which is, probably making us tell all this, which is called procrastination. I know somebody used it even in the table topic session. I think this is one of the biggest obstacles, which is like, just acting as a barrier and not allowing us to move forward. So what can we do? When you say procrastination, it's like, probably for those who are trying to think what procrastination means, you have to do it, but you would simply not do it. You would just avoid it, or you would just keep, postponing on it. For some reason, you just will not feel like doing it. And that is the biggest culprit today, where it is, coming and putting a brake on our success. So what you could do to overcome procrastination, because this is more of a behavioral change that we need to bring in, and probably each of us have to see procrastination as a different issue and try to overcome or try to come out of it. So probably a few tips what could be is, one, as I mentioned earlier, don't keep the task too big, too humongous, where it just puts you off thinking that you have to do something like that. So make it very, break the tasks into very smaller, manageable steps, and you set a deadline for yourself and applaud yourself when you complete it within that time. And that really does the magic. Probably you have to create a more conducive work environment where you could probably be around the similar positive minded people, so that you don't get demotivated. And when you really so you have to just be away from the distractions. You have to see what is the right platform for you, who are the right people who can help you, handhold you, who can grow you, and try to identify and just be around those sort of people. And by just avoiding those distractions, you definitely can make that consistent progress towards your goal. So definitely, for everybody who thought time management is something which we cannot conquer, this is the tip probably you could apply, and you could see some significant change. And the last thing that I want to touch base or talk about is seeking feedback, right? For excellence. Definitely seeking feedback is also a doorway to get you into the excellence. Like any Toastmasters meeting or anything, probably in our corporate life, we all have appraisal times. Toastmasters, we have evaluation sessions. So, like, we are very probably sidelined towards, okay, who can give me a feedback? Today, we are not ready to accept feedback from anybody and everybody, right? Probably if I'm delivering a speech, I know my evaluator will give me a feedback. I know I have to take it. If I'm in a corporate space, I know my manager, has all the authority or rights to give me feedback. So without any choice, probably I will be ready to take that feedback. But how many of us are generally ready to accept feedback from anyone and anyone in the room? Right? So probably that should be like sort of a shift or a change that we can start bringing. And feedbacks could come from anyone who's beside you. Probably you're, traveling in a bus, somebody could share something. Probably there could be a big change if you're really ready to accept it. So let's start accepting feedbacks from everybody, from our families, from our friends, from our colleagues. It is really okay to accept a constructive feedback, work upon it, and then you just grow in the pursuit of excellence. So this is what I had in a nutshell about today's theme, talking about how success and excellence meets together. Success is about being achieved. I mean, all the tangible things that you achieve in life could be related to success, and excellence is something that you constantly do, in a very disciplined manner, what would take you to an excellence. So with this, now we come to the last segment of today's meeting. I now call upon the General Evaluator Toastmaster Suhail to share his evaluation for the entire meeting. Toastmaster Suhail, over to you.
Okay. Thank you for that. Now, Toastmasters is an opulent platform where we can improve our public speaking and leadership skills. So before I proceed further, Toastmaster Muskan, I'll call upon the evaluator to evaluate the speech of our speaker today. Over to you, Toastmaster Muskan. Muskan, if you're speaking, you're on mute. Jayashree, can you please check with Muskan?
Yes, Suhail, checking. Maybe she has some network issue, I guess.
Okay, so in that case, what I'll do is, in fact, if Muskan is back online, I will we can ask her for her feedback. So, Toastmaster Jayant, I have made a few points. First of all, holding a baby and delivering a speech, definitely not possible. And that too an icebreaker. That's a wonderful thing which you have done. Honestly, if it was me, I would have locked myself, which I did actually for my icebreaker speech. I locked myself into a room and it was a virtual meeting itself. And I delivered my speech. After delivering the speech, that is when I went out. So it was wonderful. I really liked your speech, and you were cool, composed, calm. Your vocabulary was fantastic. It was great to hear your journey and those sort of things. I mean, you covered it all, right? So many people, when they join in Toastmasters, they're confused. What do they do and those sort of things. And being a mentor myself or mentee, I mean, we go out to our mentors saying that, okay, this is what we have done and those sort of things. I mean, you were very much fluent in things, So that was wonderful. So, but looking into these sort of things, a couple of feedbacks, which I thought, again, should be done. You kept on mentioning it is your first icebreaker. We all know that. I think Gayatri also mentioned, and even your evaluator. Please do not mention, okay, this is my icebreaker speech. We already know that. Okay. Next is, I would want your background to be removed. Okay. And one more thing, you're sitting and delivering the speech, right? I know you're holding a baby, I can understand, but next time, please stand and speak. Stand and deliver your speech, because what happens is, I think one of the time you were showing three. Now, if you see, right, even I've got my background, if you're showing three, I mean, lines do get cut and those sort of things, your expressions will not be visible, right? I mean, for an icebreaker, this was wonderful. If I want to challenge yourself, I think if you accept these sort of things, it would be wonderful and your speech will go to the next level. Okay. Now, with that, what I'll do is I'll move to my team with this timer, Toastmaster Abhilash. If you can just help us with your report, please.
Sure, Toastmaster Suhail.
We would like to
I
see you
think,
now. We would like to see you now. We can't see Abhilash. I can just see an empty room there. Thank
Okay.
you, Abhilash.
Yeah. So I think everybody, could complete their speech on time. Only Ajay and myself, we dragged a bit, more than 2 minutes, and the table topics. I think the rest all did a good job. They could complete the speech within the time. I can post this list, once the meeting is done, I can post it in the chat.
Okay. Now, moving to our counter, Toastmaster Dhanashri, if you can just walk us through your report.
Yeah, sure, Toastmaster Suhail. So I would like to point out that there was a use of lot of filler words during the table topics part, and I think we can improve this by, like, I would give some suggestions. So first, I would suggest everyone to use pause instead of saying the word. And if you take some little bit pause in between your speech, you can get some time to think. And second, I would like to recommend is speaking slowly and clearly. So it would make you sound more confident, and it reduces those urge to take like gaps, like, and use the filler words. Okay, so um yeah, for the detailed report, I would like to I would share it in the chat. But yeah, definitely Jayant has used and during the parts, but not during his speech. Sahana, Gayatri, and Binsi, including me, Ajay, and Suhel, all of us have used the R word. And Sahana and Abhilash has used in their speech. And so and like was used by Abhilash and Ajay during the speech. Yeah, I would share the detailed report in the chat.
Thank you for that, Toastmaster Dhanashri. Now, moving to our grammarian, Toastmaster Sahana, if you can walk us through your report, please.
Thank you to thank you, Toastmaster Suhail. Here's my report. So I did no. First of all, thank you, Toastmaster Suhail, for using the word of the day. I'm sorry if I missed anyone else's usage. So great job on that. So I did hear amazing usage of words today, such as growth mindset, challenge, so showstopper, opportunity, gratitude, validation, peace of mind, and procrastination. We had some amazing vocabulary come out in this meeting. So the second advice that I would like to give is some not so good usage of grammar. That is for do not use two past tense words back to back. So, for example, when you are referring to something in past tense, there shouldn't be two words in that way. I would provide a better example in the chat box later. So that's it from me. That's my quick report, and back to you.
Yes, thank you for that, team. Now, Toastmaster Abhilash, if you could just put the timer in the chat box. I'm not sure if I have received it or it is. So, Toastmaster Abhilash, good job done. But if you can read out, so for example, Suhail took about 1 minute, 2 seconds. So you did a good job in saying that, okay, everybody made it on time except myself and somebody, which is a good thing. But also read out the time, right? So for example, 1 minute, 4 minutes, and those sort of things. So for example, now you've pasted, now you say that, okay, Jayant has, now if you look at this report, you say that, okay, all of them have qualified except Ajay and Abhilash, right? And read out their times. So Jayant took 4 minutes, 56 seconds. If we do not have time, see, for example, as far as I know, the meeting is until 4:30. We do have time. So you can read out. So for each one of them, right? Apart from that, I think you also spoke and you also timed yourself. That is a wonderful thing to do, and good job done there. Now, with regards to our counter, so the same thing I would repeat for you also. If you can read out how many times R was repeated, and those sort of things. I know this report is yet to come, but if you can read out that, it would be fantastic. That is a great job done. Now, moving to our grammarian, Toastmaster Sahana. I mean, when the word of the day was used, right? I mean, I wanted to check, being a general evaluator myself, I did not see a thumbs up from anyone, right? I mean, since I think it was forgotten or probably anything of that sort. So make sure a easier word is introduced, right? And because it can be used and those sort of things. I mean, I made it myself, I think probably a minute or two earlier so that I can at least use the word of the day. Apart from that, good job done, Toastmaster Sana. And now moving to our Sergeant at Arms, the meeting started exactly 6 minutes late. And one thing which I've noticed is the backgrounds which each one of us are using, it should be the Toastmasters, if you can see mine. This is the general thing which you use for all the virtual meetings, as far as I know. If you can start using that. Now, Sergeant at Arms Toastmaster Vinci, I mean, it was a very fun activity, but especially myself and Toastmaster Gayatri, who are, I mean, new guests to your club, we could not understand and we could not guess also. We could not play that game, but it was fantastic. I think your team enjoyed it. It was good. But introduction of the guest, as far as I know, should be done by the presiding officer. Okay. I think it was done by you, but nonetheless, it was nice. Apart from that, ground rules, everything you had mentioned. So good job done there. Now, presiding officer for the day, Toastmaster Jayashree. Uh, I did not hear anything about the mission, introduction about Toastmasters, and I mean, when it was started, 1924 by Ralph Smedley, and there are 352,000 Toastmasters there. If you can just say that out, I think it would be nice. And anything which you want to communicate to the fellow Toastmasters, okay, this meeting is happening, any those sort of things. If you can mention that to the fellow Toastmasters in this club, I think that would be great. Apart from that, the handover was really nice. And Toastmaster Gayatri, our TMOD for the day. I know you had some sort of technical glitch. We could not see you over the video. And good job there with regards to informing everybody. It's an icebreaker speech, stand up everybody, and that was very good. And wonderfully done, Toastmaster Gayatri. Thanks a lot for your time and effort. Okay, now our table topic, Toastmaster Jayashree again. I'm not sure if you walked us through the guidelines, but the presentation was really nice. I mean, even though if I missed out what you had said, right, it was clearly written there. It was easy for me to recollect and resonate back again. And when you're actually looking at it, you get more thoughts. That is nice. And I would say, since you're the table topic master, do not wait for anybody. Start picking out, because those 10-15 minutes of the time which you have, it is all yours. You do not wait. Okay, Toastmaster Sohail or Toastmaster Muskan, do you want to take? Okay, Toastmaster Sohail, this topic is for you. Toastmaster Jain, this topic is for you. Okay. Apart from that, you shared your thoughts and those sort of things. It was wonderful, and it was a wonderful meeting, guys. And I think my Friday is well made. Thanks you, Toastmaster Jayashree, for inviting us. And I will give back the stage to you, Toastmaster Jayashree.
Thank you, Toastmaster Suhail, for a wonderful, detailed evaluation for all of the roles. We have Muskan online right now, so I guess we can get her feedback regarding Jayan's speech.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Jayashree. Sorry, I couldn't unmute before. So yeah, congratulations, Toastmaster Jayan, for your icebreaker speech. I think it was amazing. And one thing that I found commendable was the relatability that you captured. You kept it very simple, generic story of a man having kids, having wife, having family, having work, and you just walked through that. And you also mentioned about what you wanna do in Toastmasters, why you are here. So you have a clear direction in your head as to why you have joined this community and what you want to do with it. and you very simply and in very simple words you try and elaborate your life in general, to which things you give importance to, and to which things you practice in your life, as you told yoga and meditation for keeping you sane and calm. So I think it was very relatable thing that I could relate to, and I think we all could relate to, which was very good. One thing that I would like mention is if you can create, if you have curated this in form of a story, it would have been more impactful. Or if you could share a small piece of your life in form of story, that would also do the job more effectively, what I believe. But yeah, it was your first speech, pretty amazing. I do think that you had great confidence. There was no questions in the confidence you have. You were very comfortable in front of screen, which is very good. So yeah, I think Toastmaster Sohail also gave whatever points I could think of, and I believe you have a lot of things in like with you to improve for the next one. But truly, this first speech was amazing, and the things you have, the strength you have of this confidence and being comfortable with audience and screen is amazing, and you can build your public speaking uh, skill on these trends, and yeah, of course work on your little weaknesses and scope of improvement, which is always there. You can work there. So yeah, congratulations for your icebreaker speech. Thank you. Over
Thank
to you,
you.
Toastmaster.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Toastmaster Muskan, for the feedback. Yeah, hello,
thank
Con.
you, Toastmaster Muskan. Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Gayatri Devi, for taking up the role at the last minute and also making us go through your insights. It was a wonderfully curated Toastmaster session that we had from success to excellence. It was fun getting, and we got many insights as well from the experienced person. And Suhail Ahmed, thank you so much for taking up the role of the general evaluator as well. And thank you all for taking up the role and then participating in the session. As we are nearing to the session, hope we'll again meet in our next session. And thank you so much for the guests as well. Looking forward to meet you guys soon. Meet you guys in the next session. Thank you. Happy weekend, everyone.
Thank
Thank
you.
you
Thank
all.
you all.
Happy
Take care.
weekend.
Bye bye.
Happy
Bye,
weekend. Bye bye.
everyone.